What's up everybody, welcome back to another video. So today we have Winter of Woe first fight, and whoa, it's definitely pretty bad. So this fight, honestly, it's very challenging, but I wish there just wasn't the unstoppable. If it wasn't for the unstoppable, it actually would have been really challenging instead of being like a little bit BS as well, because you know the AI is not going to throw the special sometimes, and then they're going to be unstoppable. Then you're not going to be able to heavy counter him to remove the regen. And you know I played this fight so many times. We're going to go through that from the other objectives. This objective was, you know, the easiest for me. I think it was the easiest for everyone, the Gamma objective, because yeah, you know, I got a 7-star rank 3 Joe Fixit. I am boosted as well here, so the numbers are going to be incredible. And Joe Fixit, you know, he doesn't have a counter to the unstoppable, but he has a really good counter for his regen. As long as I have 2 petrifies, he does not heal at all. And yeah, we cannot go for our bleeds on the SP1 because he's immune to it. Let's go quickly through the really quickly through the nodes that this guy has. He's basically like immune to every single debuff and every single passive, which is it's a really strong node, especially when you put someone with insane regeneration and you just cannot really much use despair with your damaging debuffs. You gotta have like non-damaging debuffs. And then if you parry him, he's gonna get an armor break and he's immune to it, so he's just gonna fuel up his charges, aggression, precision, and also when you knock him down, he has he's gonna get a cruelty, which would allow him to crit through block, which is always fun. And then it's the annoying unstoppable, where every 8 seconds he goes unstoppable for 4 seconds. And then this really weird node, which, you know, I found BS at first, but actually it was pretty challenging to play around, especially for my last objective, which was robots. So all of the attacker's special attacks and basic attacks are overridden to be contact attacks and deal only physical damage and only energy damage. The attacker starts with physical, and whenever the attacker knocks down the defender with heavy, the damage changes. So we start dealing, you know, physical damage to him, which means if we're hitting him in his Black Uru form, he's not going to take much damage because he has insane physical resistance. But you can change your damage by knocking him down with the heavy, and then you're just going to switch to the energy, like I did here. So now we got the energy. Now we're hitting energy attacks. That's why we're hitting really hard, even on the Black Uru. And then he's also got brute force, which it's not too great. You know, it definitely is kind of annoying when he just doesn't throw the specials. He's unstoppable and you gotta wait it out. And here just decided to go for it. We also got the jackpot, and I'm like, yeah, we got this. And yeah, that was basically the absorbment objective. It took me like maybe like 10 times to do, but yeah, there was no way I would use anyone else because, you know, 7-star rank 3 is just insane numbers. Now for our second objective is the Sinister 6-1, which is definitely the second easiest after the Gamma one. And I believe Sandman is definitely like the best option for that, because he's pretty much the only one that counters the unstoppable. There's no one else that can counter it from all those champs. We're gonna go through them after that. And yeah, the problem here is though, you know, we get a 6-star rank 3 Sandman instead of a 7-star rank 3 Joe Fixit, so the numbers are not gonna be good. And another, by the way, how, I don't know how, you're gonna see how I'm gonna die in this try, but how did he block when he was rooted? Did you see that? That's another AI thing, I guess. So yeah, my Sandman is 100, he's 6 rank 3, and the biggest problem is we cannot deal our physical damage because he's immune to it. He's immune to the passive dot, hit everything. So Sandman is missing his highest damage source. So we just basically have a Sandman with only his basic attacks. And yeah, that's gonna take a while. It's definitely gonna take a while. I'm gonna skip through the fight a little bit, just so you can see. So basically what I do is like go for 3 special 2s just so I can add those decelerates, and then I go for a special 3 because here I don't want to take too much recoil damage, and also physical vulnerability helps a lot for our damage. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. And yeah, it does take a while, but the fight is pretty safe. As long as you have 15 decelerates, you're guaranteed to fail his unstoppable, because each decelerate is 7%, so you need like 15 in order to have it guaranteed. So I'm not too sure when we're actually gonna die here. I think we might do like another 10%, So yeah, let's just go through that. And yeah, like even if you don't have the decelerates, this guy has so many debuffs that Despair is not gonna let him heal up at all. Which is, it's really important because of my next objective, dude. I was freaking out because I just couldn't kill him with his regen. It's pretty wild. So here I'm gonna go for a special 3, but I think I'm gonna wait until I get my charges, but maybe I'm not gonna wait because I'm in the corner. Yeah, so I'm not gonna get the bonus physical vulnerability charges because I just wanted to get out of the corner. It was too sketchy against this Absman. He's just, one blocked hit, I know I'm gonna die. So yeah, we do our heavy rotation here, even though it doesn't deal bonus damage. Yeah, did you see that one? Did you see that one? Look at that. Okay, so I guess it's because he failed my unstoppable, or I failed his unstoppable. But yeah, basically, he healed up a lot there. Do you see that? I think I revived twice. Let's just like skim through that. Yeah. He goes down to 50. But yeah, I just don't want to show you the whole fight because it's pretty much the same thing. And yeah, I just want to see when I die. So this is my second try. It's going fine. Like I got him down like 40%. It's not bad. Still going. Oh yes, you're gonna see how I die here. So look at him blocking while he's rooted. I go for a heavy, and I think I'm gonna go for a combo. Do you see that? He was blocking. They're not supposed to block when they're rooted. They always throw a heavy, or they just... I think no, they always throw a heavy or a special 3, yeah. And then look what's gonna happen. He's just gonna... Did you see he's sliding through that root? And he's hitting me? Look at this. He just slided and hit me. I don't think I was supposed to die there, but hey. That's our second revive, and I believe that's going to be our last one. I also healed up a bit, because he definitely needs some health. And yeah, at this point, he is pretty much done for. 2% HP. And yeah, I'm in the corner here. I'm going to have to do some little dexes here. It's not too bad, though. Go for heavy, and I think the special 1 is going to do it. So yeah, Sandman is 6-star rank 3 with 2 revives. I'll take it. Like, this is a tough fight, man. Like, we got to use our revives. So not too bad. Now for our last objective, which is robots, and I personally don't know why this is an objective against Absorbing Man. It's actually ridiculous. You know, there's only one champion that counters his unstoppable in Sinister 6, but he counters the unstoppable consistently, and that is Sandman, we just saw. Now for robots, there's only one champion that counters unstoppable, and that's Dragon Man. But his slow is not nearly... it doesn't last nearly long enough. There's just nothing you can do. I use my 7-star rank 1 Dragon Man. I could not do more than 15%. And you know, Absorbing Man gets harder the lower his health is, because the region is bigger then. Way bigger. So yeah, that's why this fight is gonna be stressful as well. So I don't know why they added robots. It's just way too difficult. So by the way, here I'm not gonna show you like all of my tries, because I did not record that many, but I basically used all my level 2 revives. And honestly, I had 20 revives. So I used 20 revives against this guy. You know, I don't think Nimrod is the best option here. I actually would not recommend using Nimrod, because when he gets to like below 50%, that's when it's really tough. Like at one point, like I'm gonna show you like my last fight, you just don't even base specials. Because like, you know, Nimrod is actually really good in this fight because he has a lot of debuffs. You can place like 3 or 4 debuffs at some point, and you know, one of that debuff is power drain. That power drain is really consistent and lasts for so long, which, you know, doesn't allow him to throw a lot of specials, which is great because he just doesn't regen. And the biggest thing why Absorbing Man is amazing for this is because when he's in the orange mode, you hit the opponent once and you remove one of the regens, even if it's passive. So you're gonna definitely see that happening. And we dealt some pretty decent damage now, even without our passive shocks from the SP2. Like, look at this now. I hit him once. Even when he's unstoppable, you can do that if you're fast enough. Regen is gone. But the regen is that big when he's below 40%. And even if it ticks for 2 seconds, he gets 10% of his health. It's actually insane. It's just crazy. That's why Nimrod isn't really probably the best. I would say the best would be Warlock and Omega Sentinel, because you can probably, you know, pause your heal blocks with Omega Sentinel more consistently, so that he wouldn't heal for even a second. And then Warlock, if you're like aggressive enough, you can have him infected the whole fight, which means no healing. But I think Nimrod probably has like the biggest damage out of those three, because like if you parry, he gets pretty good damage, and that energy vulnerability is kind of strong as well. And yeah, he also has like a nice regen, underrated regen on the special 3 when he's got the blue phase or when he's in Eradicate. And he gets a nice regen. It's based off missing health, so like the lower you are, the bigger the regen is gonna be. So I think it's like it can go maximum like 40%. If you have like 2% HP, you can get to like 40%, which we might do here. I'm not sure. But yeah, this fight is not going bad. Like there's a lot of things you get at time. And also in this fight, you're gonna see me play around this shock node, shock physical node. Here I wanna heavy him or change his mode because I see that my damage is not good enough because he's got the resistance. And here I just couldn't do anything. It just let him regen a bit, and then I just hit him once and it's gone. So we pop the special 3 here. I shouldn't have done it because we do not have our bonus damage from the special 3 orange phase, and I did not even get my self repair because I did not have the blue phase. I popped it when I had the orange phase. But look at this, man. Like, we're dealing some nice damage. Here from Heavium, he's got 70% health. But as you can see, even like for the duration of his special 2, the regen just heals him up 5%. And it's so difficult to get him to do like 5% without any passive dots or like anything. And I'm boosted as well here. So we're gonna heavy him. And now I get a special 3 ready, which is gonna give me some nice regen. And also he doesn't have a form now, and he does have a power drain. So I believe here I'm gonna try my best to just not bait a special for as much as possible. Throw the relic, do some nice combos. And as you can see, his health is dropping. He has 61% health. Now I can just hit him once. Regen is gone. But as you can see, he healed up a nice 2% right there. even for that. So yeah, man, this guy is just pretty wild. And here I make a big mistake. And yeah, that happened. So that was a good try, man. That was like 38% of his health. But then yeah, if you check my other tries, I just revived a lot. It's literally like 20 revives. I don't know when I'm gonna start recording here. But yeah, look at his health, man. He just goes up and up and up. We got a nice regen on top of that as well. Yeah, but it's just pretty wild. So let's see what happens here. I got 5% HP. We got that nice self repair. We're healing 477 per tick, which is really strong actually. And he has 55% of his health. And I always parry a lot with Absman because you want to be in Eradicate mode. Because if you're in Eradicate mode, you can just handle the regen even with your basic attacks. But here I go for a heavy. I wonder how much longer I'm going to survive for. Because this is a good try. 138 hits. Not too bad. Some nice intercepts here. Not that he had the power drain. Get some nice damage. He's 53% HP. Not too bad. 52. This special 3 should get him to like 50% as well. 49. Not bad. Like, this is a good try. But this is the point where it just gets crazy. And now he's got the maximum charges. Here, I just don't want to bait a special because I have to heavy him. And he's going to be unstoppable. So at this point, I just need him to throw it. If he doesn't throw it, I'm going to die from the brute force. And he threw it. But he's back to 55% HP. This little guy, man. See, that's that point where you just don't bait any specials. It's just, the regen is just too much. Even with a counter, it's just too much. If you don't have a consistent heal block, it's too much. So that's why I probably wouldn't recommend Nimrod unless you have like an ascended one or something. That could be a little bit better than me. Mine is rank 5. But I didn't try Omega Sentinel. I personally think Omega Sentinel is probably the best one. Just because she has like the highest base attack in the game. So as far as I know. And you can just pause the heal blocks with your heavies. Because you do heavies to just counter his phases. So you're just going to do that naturally. So yeah, I think she's probably the best robot. And then I'd say Warlock, because Warlock without the armor breaks does not have too much damage. Okay, so we'll counter that region. He's back to 50%. He's got the physical resistance, so maybe here I heavy. Yeah, so I can change to energy attacks. There we go. Beautiful. I'm actually glad they added an indicator for that energy and physical. Here I have to heavy him because I don't have the orange phase. But as you can see, his health is just bouncing from 55 to 50 and then just back up. It's just crazy. And I was just realizing it. 200 hits in the fight. And I don't know, at some point I'm just gonna go for it. And then he's back to 50%. So now I just want to party. Maybe pop this P3. And get a nice regen. I wonder when I'm gonna throw my special 3. I don't know. Okay, there we go. I think it's so I can avoid the brute force, probably. Okay, I did not get the self-repair. That was unfortunate. Look at his health, 44%, and then back to 51 from just the special 2, from the duration of the special 2. That's so unfair, man. All that work is just... This fight, bro, it's really tough. It's so tough, like for the first boss. They went crazy with it. And yeah, I'm just gonna die. Like one tick from the brute force and I'm dead. I'm just hoping I can regen. And luckily he dashed into my intercepts and I did some... build up some of my power. Special 3, boom boom, and get some nice regen. I don't know how long we're gonna survive though. Because his regen is bigger. His regen is definitely bigger. And yeah, at some point we had him like 44%. Now he's back to 48. Let's see if we can push back to 44. But like I said, at this point you don't really want to bait specials. But I was just trying out. I was just trying it out. Now I'm gonna have to heavy him. I didn't heavy him, but this was the biggest mistake. Did you see that? 60%. So now I'm gonna show you my last try. So he has 7% HP. What is the strategy when he's got, you know, that low HP? Basically, you want to heavy at the start, so you change your mode and basically deal energy attacks. And what you want to do is not bait a single special. Try to parry as much as possible, because the more armors you have, the more damage you deal on the orange phase. I pop a special 1 for the energy vulnerability, which does help. It does makes it deal a lot more damage. Here, my phone is going to start lagging like crazy. I don't know why. But I still don't want to bait a single special. And at that point, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to parry him and go for it. Or bait a heavy. Go for the relic. And that's basically what you can do. Like, if you're lucky, you can do like 10 to 12% if he doesn't throw the SP3 instantly. But yeah, man, that's it. That's it for my runs. Robot was just terrible. And yeah, don't feel bad if you use a lot of revives. Like I said, I used 20 revives. If I had a good Omega Sentinel, I think I would have tried. Like, if I had a rank 5 Omega Sentinel, I think you can probably do it like maybe 5. I don't know. I didn't try her out, but I think she's going to be amazing. So now, what are the best options for each objective? The Gamma one, the best one is by far She-Hulk. She just counters, you know, the Unstoppable. You can be super aggressive. If you're lucky with the specials, if you're aggressive enough, you can keep your Furies refreshed. So I think she's definitely the best one. I think Hulk is a pretty good one. I don't know if Hulk is better than Joe Fixit. I think Joe Fixit is better because you just have more consistent healing reduction with the Petrifies. Hulk is pretty strong though. And the good thing about Hulk is the lower his health, the better the damage. And I personally did not try Absorbing Man. I think you can probably do this. I don't know if you can solo because the regen might be too much. But yeah, Absorb Man just counters the Unstoppable. Basically 90% less duration. And also if you have Mystic Dispersion, you're gonna get a lot of power. So if you build up your Absorb Man with like 600 charges, place those 4 vulnerabilities, I think you can do a lot of damage against Abs Man. Like, I might even try it out just to see with my Ascended. But even if you can't solo, you can probably do like two or three revives. This is gonna be the Sinister 6. Yeah, by far the best here is Sandman. Now, I honestly, Scorpion, you know, he doesn't work. But the thing with Scorpion is if you charge your heavy, you place Torment debuff, which you can stack them as well the more you charge it, which means you can probably despair his healing. And also with Scorpion special 3 here, the opponent is stunned for 3 seconds. And then if you hold your heavy, you get Fury charges. And you can get like 6, I believe, with a 3-second stun, which does increase your attack. So maybe your basic attacks hit pretty hard after this. And yeah, maybe Scorpion can actually do it if you get an Ascended one. I'm not too sure. If you just make sure you heavy a lot to place those torments, it might be really tough though, because you still don't have like unstoppable counter. But yeah. Also, Mysterio is probably the top 3. No, actually, Shocker is really good. That's what people said in my stream yesterday. I did not try him out at all though, but you can probably like nuke. And then Mysterio has like heal block, maybe like a 6-100 Mysterio that gives you more chemical gas, so you can heal block, you know, with your bigger duration, because the duration increases by 2 for each chemical gas. So having like a 7-second heal block instead of 3 is pretty good. And then for the robots, there's just not too many good options here, man. Like, you know, I saw MST solo with Guillotine turn at 9. I'm not sure if he's got a 7-star rank 3. But even if you can't solo, she's pretty good, because you can, you know, have consistent power drain with the SP1, which means he's not going to get too much of his form, not too much resistance, and also not too much regen. But even if he gets to the regen, you can pop a special 2 and like Spectre his healing, which is going to block it. It's not going to heal reverse it because he's immune to it. So I think Guillotine is pretty good. I think the best one is Omega Sentinel. I genuinely think she's going to be like really good, pausing the heal blocks, just adding so many of them as well. I think she's going to be really strong, because she just has like such high attack. And then I think Warlock is probably the second best. And lastly, Nimrod. You can also try Dragonman, but like I said, do not expect to take him down easily. Like, you're probably going to have to do the same thing like I did with Nimrod. Just don't bait a single special when he gets below like 50-60%. Because it's going to be harder for Dragonman to handle his healing, even when he has 70% HP. Because like Nimrod just instantly removes it after like a second. But Dragonman, there's not much you can do, because then you just, if you heavy him a lot, he's going to have the cooldown where you just cannot stop his forms, because he's going to be throwing a lot of specials. So I don't think Dragonman is really the best option here, unless you get like a 7-star rank 3 and the damage is just crazy for some reason. But yeah, personally, I would first try out Mega Sentinel, then Warlock, then Guillotine to 9, and then Nimrod. Those would be the best options, in my opinion. But yeah, man, I really don't know why this robot is an objective. It's really tough. Also, they put that on Paragons, which does not really make sense. It's honestly really frustrating. I used a lot of revives, but, you know, it is what it is. We got 15 more days for the next one, so I'm just going to stack up my revives. And yeah, hopefully this second one is not as tough. But at least the rewards are pretty good, so I cannot really complain. So yeah, guys, let me know how you did against this Absorbing Man. Who did you use for each objective? And hopefully this video helped you. And if it did, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.